Hey guys, sorry about that. The video cut out, so let me just gonna make this two-part series. Ran out of storage, wasn't paying attention. All right, so this is dynamics. F net equals ma, or as written in the reference table, a equals F net over m. The big thing here is that the acceleration that an object will get when pushed. So if there's some object on wheels, you give it a push, some force. The resulting acceleration is all dependent on how massive the object is. The bigger the mass of the object, or the greater the inertia of the object, the more difficult it is to accelerate it. So the bigger the mass, the less the acceleration, given a particular force. So remember, mass and inertia are one and the same. So be careful there. Now these questions are all pretty easy. You simply, you're given two things, find the third basically. Determine the acceleration of an object that is pulled to the right with a force of 20 newtons, force of 10 newtons to the left. We'll say that's negative 10 since it's going to the left. Let's say its mass is 5 kilograms. All right, so F net equals ma, or A equals F net over m. Well, what's F net? Good question. 20 to the right, 10 to the left, so that 10 is canceling out 10 of the 21, so that leaves me with 10 newtons of net force to the right, positive 10 newtons. The sign on the net force, whatever direction it ends up being, is the same as the sign of the acceleration, the direction of the acceleration. Over the mass, 5 kilograms, 10 over 5 newtons per kilogram is positive 2.0 meters per second squared. 1 newton per kilogram is a meter per second squared. So that's just a basic example of a basic dynamic force type question. All right, so that's the only other big thing here to remember in forces is that anytime two objects interact, for instance, I don't know, let's say a fly on a windshield. So you get a little fly flying, hitting the windshield, it's going to splat on there. Anytime these two objects interact, the force of the fly on the windshield, all right, this is, let's say the windshield, the truck is that way. What's that force? The force of the windshield on fly is the opposite. They are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Anytime two objects touch each other, the force of interaction, or even not touch, but repel or attract via gravity or electric force, the force between the two objects is always equal and opposite in magnitude. Equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. So what that means is, that doesn't mean that they necessarily respond the same way to that force. In fact, they don't, because if one has more mass, it's going to accelerate less from the given force, right? So, but they do have the same force acting on each of them before, while they're in contact with each other. All right, that's about it there.